Imagine standing in a world where books are not just unwanted, but outright forbidden. A place where knowledge is considered dangerous, where imagination is seen as a threat, and where society has been engineered to be simplistic, complacent, and fearlessly obedient. Welcome to the dystopian world of Fahrenheit 451, a novel by Bradbury that transports us into a future not too far removed from our own, where censorship reigns supreme and critical thinking is a crime. The story begins with Guy Montag, a fireman whose job it is not to put out fires but to start them, specifically to burn books. In this world, books are seen as the ultimate enemy, harboring ideas that could challenge authority and lead to dissent. The government has long since realized that an educated populace poses a threat to its control, so they've systematically destroyed all forms of literature, replacing them with mindless entertainment and shallow distractions. Montag's wife Mildred embodies this shift towards ignorance and superficiality. She is more interested in her endless stream of television shows and her medication than in engaging with the world around her. Her character serves as a stark contrast to the vibrant, complex lives that could have been lived through books, highlighting how easily society can be seduced by trivialities when deeper thinking is suppressed. The government's grip on information extends far beyond just destroying physical texts. In Fahrenheit 451, technology plays a dual role. It both entertains and monitors its citizens. Wall-to-wall television screens in homes broadcast constant news updates that are carefully curated to maintain the status quo, while earphones deliver endless noise to prevent people from thinking too deeply about anything. This constant bombardment of information serves to numb the mind and keep individuals from questioning their place in society. The novel also delves into themes of conformity and individuality. In a world where everyone is expected to think and act the same way, any deviation from the norm is met with suspicion and punishment. Montag's growing dissatisfaction with his job and his desire to explore the world of books he burns sets him on a dangerous path towards rebellion. He begins to question why he destroys what he doesn't understand, and in doing so, challenges not just the system but also his own identity. Through Montag's journey, Bradbury explores the power of literature to shape thought and society. Books are seen as gateways to understanding, empathy, and critical thinking, tools that can empower individuals and challenge oppressive regimes. The very act of burning books becomes a metaphor for the destruction of ideas and creativity, underscoring the importance of preserving knowledge in all its forms. As we delve deeper into Fahrenheit 451, we're invited to reflect on our own relationship with information and the role it plays in shaping our world. Bradbury's warnings about censorship, conformity, and the loss of individual thought are as relevant today as they were when the book was first published in 1953. The dystopian society he portrays serves not only as a cautionary tale, but also as a call to action, to value knowledge, question authority, and never underestimate the power of words. As we delve deeper into Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451, it becomes clear that several key themes are woven throughout the narrative, each one resonating with profound implications about society and human nature. At its core, Fahrenheit 451 is a critique of censorship and thought control, where books are banned and knowledge is systematically erased to maintain social order and prevent dissent. This world is not so far removed from our own if we consider the ways in which information is curated and controlled by those in power. Montag, our protagonist, serves as an excellent lens through which to explore these themes. Initially, he's a conformist fireman, content with his role of burning books and upholding the status quo. His world is one where critical thinking is discouraged, and citizens are numbed by entertainment and shallow pleasures. Montag's journey begins when he meets Clarice McClellan, a young woman who questions everything around her and encourages him to see beyond the surface. Her conversations with Montag are like drops of water in a desert, slowly awakening his curiosity and sparking a desire for change. Clarice's character is pivotal in challenging the norms of their society. She embodies rebellion against the superficiality and apathy that has taken root. Her questioning nature forces Montag to reevaluate his own life and the world he lives in. Her fate, however, is tragic as she is seen as a threat and disappears, leaving behind a haunting reminder of what happens when individual thought challenges authority. Another significant character is Beatty, the fire chief who seems to embody the very system Montag comes to oppose. Initially, Beatty appears knowledgeable and wise, using his vast book knowledge to justify censorship. However, it becomes clear that his true motivation lies in maintaining power rather than fostering education or enlightenment. Beatty's soliloquy on the role of books is particularly telling. He argues that books are dangerous because they lead to questioning and individual thought, which can destabilize society. His twisted logic underscores the theme of control through misinformation and ignorance. As Montag delves deeper into his rebellion, he encounters Granger, a former professor who has retreated from society with a group of like-minded individuals. Granger represents hope in the novel, embodying the belief that knowledge is essential for human growth and survival. He teaches Montag about the importance of literature and how it can shape our understanding of the world. Granger's perspective provides a counterpoint to Beatty's and challenges the idea that all books are inherently dangerous. Throughout their journey, Montag and his newfound companions discuss the power of stories and knowledge. They recognize that words have the ability to change minds, inspire empathy, and foster connections between people. This theme is particularly evident in their discussions about the Bible, Shakespeare, and other works of literature that have been banned but remain etched in memory. These conversations highlight the resilience of human memory and the enduring power of ideas. The motif of fire also plays a crucial role in the novel. On one hand, it represents destruction and censorship, symbolizing the burning of books and the suppression of knowledge. On the other hand, fire can signify transformation and rebirth, as Montag undergoes a personal transformation from a complacent citizen to an advocate for freedom of thought. The climax of the book, where the city burns down but hope remains with those who carry knowledge in their hearts, underscores this dual meaning of fire. In Fahrenheit 451, Bradbury crafts a world that is both terrifying and deeply poignant, reminding us of the dangers of censorship and the importance of preserving our intellectual heritage. The characters of Montag, Clarice, Beatty, and Granger each play a vital role in exploring these themes, offering different perspectives on the power of books and the human spirit's capacity for resistance. Through their stories, Bradbury challenges readers to question authority, value knowledge, and recognize the power of words in shaping our world. As we come to the end of this exploration through Fahrenheit 451, it's hard not to reflect on how profoundly relevant its themes remain in our world today. Bradbury's novel, published in 1953, was a critique of censorship and conformity that still resonates deeply. It's almost eerie how many aspects of his dystopian society feel alarmingly close to reality. The central theme of Fahrenheit 451 is the power of books and the dangers of suppressing knowledge. In our era, information is abundant, but often overwhelming. The rise of social media and echo chambers can create bubbles of confirmation bias where dissenting voices are silenced or marginalized. Just as in Bradbury's world, the act of reading and thinking critically becomes a radical act of resistance. Montag's journey from a passive participant in a society that values ignorance over knowledge mirrors how many people today are waking up to question the status quo. The character of Captain Beatty embodies the justification of censorship that we still see today, arguments that books lead to social unrest, division, and unhappiness. His speeches about the role of firemen as guardians against chaos echo modern debates around content moderation on platforms like Twitter and Facebook. The line between protecting society from harmful information and silencing dissent is a fine one, and Bradbury's warnings are just as pertinent now. Granger's philosophy of an oral tradition and communal memory offers another perspective on preserving knowledge without written records. In our digital age, where data breaches and the degradation of physical media pose threats to information preservation, it's worth considering how we keep ideas alive through discussion and personal storytelling. The loss of tangible books also raises questions about the value of material culture in an increasingly virtual world. The motif of the mechanical hound symbolizes technology run amok, serving the interests of authority without question. As AI and surveillance technologies become more pervasive, it's crucial to consider their ethical implications and the potential for them to infringe on individual freedoms. The dystopian vision of a society where technology is an instrument of control should give us pause. Fahrenheit 451 challenges us to think critically about our relationship with information and how we use it to shape our world. It reminds us that knowledge is power, and the act of reading can be revolutionary. In a time when misinformation and disinformation campaigns threaten to undermine trust in institutions and personal relationships, Montag's journey offers hope that individuals can resist conformity and fight for truth. The themes of Fahrenheit 451 are timeless because they address fundamental questions about human nature, society, and the role of knowledge in our lives. They remind us that the world is not as simple as it seems, and that beneath the surface lies a complex web of power dynamics, individual agency, and the struggle for freedom. Ultimately, Fahrenheit 451 is more than just a cautionary tale. It's an invitation to engage with the world around us. It encourages us to read, think, and question. In doing so, we honor the spirit of Bradbury's work and ensure that his warnings are not in vain. This book matters because it challenges us to be better citizens, more thoughtful individuals, and more resilient communities. So I encourage you to pick up this book, immerse yourself in its world, and let its lessons guide you through your own journey of discovery.